Right, I'm now say na memo akwa babie. Ene ensemble na openi Al Farouk Wahab e kan fa yera akompra ko Kennedy Agyapong after say ordinary debates no. Ene Al Farouk and also yera honorable king is been vindicated by a openi Al Farouk Wahab. Ebusua my enjoy the conversation Emra.
Because it's one country that we hail from. It is one country that we have seen, we've traveled, we know that Ghana is one of the richest countries on earth. But the way we do our things, we take more political decision than decision otherwise. And if you take a more political decision takes you into power. But then the real decision makes a country and it builds a nation. And I've noticed and I've come to the reality say our political decision overweighs our normal decision that should be taken as developmental decision for a country. That is why the country up to now enkoso. But then the bear to say Ubiaba with an agenda, making Accra, making Kumasi, may we. But when they are in power, it is the opposite way. Why? Yakoye harder. So you are taking political decision over the people, over the country, over the developmental agenda of the nation. And for that matter, I don't want to belong to any party.
Have you ever been poached by any of them to be maybe a secret advisor politically to them?
If anybody, I will not say, I didn't see that. But then I can put on records that nationally there are a lot of things that I've spearheaded for country Ghana on the quiet side. Notably, I can say one, I can say two. For instance, Ghana was short when President Buhari Abedi Ade or local Ghana gas for 1 week because Ghana was owing in 2015. It was then NDC government of His Excellency today's President John Mahama. At that time, there was a standoff between Ghana and Nigeria over things I can put on air. And that angered Buhari and Lotri Gasim. I myself took it upon myself because of my friendship with the Aso Rock, which is the government La Jubilee House, Aso Rock in Nigeria. I went there with the late Michael Obobi, who was the then advisor and also presidential staffer for President Mahama, who was my friend as a big brother. So he knew the Nigerian dimension of Buhari being a difficult person to approach. I, from my own personal pocket, I paid for my ticket. From my own personal pocket, I paid for my hotel. I went with a state representative in the name of Michael Bobi. I took him to Buhari's office with the AO administrative officer of Buhari, Alhaji Mekano, who was my friend.
Wow.
Alhaji Maina, who was my friend. And then General Manu, who was my friend. And then the DI, the Director of Intelligence for Nigeria Army and Nigerian Security Service, they were my friends. Because at that time, I was sitting on the technical committee of Buhari's investment board as the only outsider. So I was very close to the Nigerian system. We went to Buhari's office, spoke to him. Buhari was the energy minister of Nigeria throughout the 8 years, and he was the president of the Republic of Nigeria. So whatever he says was last. Let no be any gas to Ghana. The gas was locked. I was able to open, at that time, Kofi Amabua was the Minister of Energy. Some are aware, but later you found out, I did that deal. I did not brag. Ghana didn't give me $1, neither did I take 1 cent, neither did I do anything. I paid my own hotel, Virgin Nigeria. I paid for my own flight. Grafton Hotel in Aso Rock, in Wuse 2, in Abuja. That was not the only thing.
Ghana who don't.
What's that?
Ghana who don't.
Yes. And then now even what Ghanaian police, they are holding a gun called Scorpions. The Scorpions that Ghanaian police is using now, it was my consultancy. It was my consultancy. I took 24 members of Ghana Police, Ministry of Interior, Ghana, friends, Fire Service, members from also Prison Service, members from the Interior Ministry. There were 24, including said Minister Marco Yongo, including Parliamentary Committee Chairman Fritz Basfo, all of them, including Director of Prison, including Director of all of them. Tickets amounted more than almost about 200 and something thousand at that time, close in dollars. their business class tickets and all that. It was my consultant, country Ghana, did not give me one dime for them to go and test the efficiency of that machine. And when we had gone to Czech Republic, I turned the visit as a business visit by the ministries into state visit. So we're given a full helicopter by the Czech Republic government. It was my creation.
Wow.
I've never earned $1.
Wow. Hey.
I can give you more and more of this, but some of them took it due to NDA. I don't put it out there. But then our various presidents around that have come and that are carrying
with all this commitment and contribution to your nation, na omano impedinfono ede gua to press na se ebiba na ose third force biba abegbo. Why don't you give the right advice a bit me penetrate, and I wouldn't advise be a bit me aboa third force or bit me penetrate because almost say your mind no ebasa will you not. Yeah, but now I'm being frank with you. The way you love this country and this commitment that we make, but you also attest to the fact that NPP, NDC, baby, almost say your mind no. Would you like them to handle this? You know, move through to do your diplomatic support to the country, not supporting for any third force to come and break through.
Let me tell you, your country, United States of America. After talking to me, you can go check my bio net down. To America, Washington for the. There is a consortium in Washington called PASS Strategic Solutions. It's not a secret. You can go and check.
Right.
We are 24 board members. We advise American government on policies relating to Kurdistan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, some part of Turkey, etc. I'm a senior advisor on that board. For your information, we are only two Africans, me and John Doe from South Sudan.
Wow.
Do you understand? We advise part of the UN medical health, UNHCR. We consult them. Intelligence, security, and then also prosperity and peace. We are there. And then you can also check DMPP, Diplomatic Missions of Peace and Prosperity, headquarters in Albania, Tirana. It was established by Ban Ki-moon. I'm a board member as the only African on that board, with Europeans, Ambassador Hicksa being the president. We advise the UN on diplomatic missions, peace and prosperity. Vanuatu, as to today, I represent them on the Commonwealth, in New York Commonwealth, corridors of Commonwealth. I advise Vanuatu. I advise Vanuatu on the European EEC or the European Union and Vanuatu government. Gabon, relation with Israel. Gabon's relation with Russia. Investments going there officially, I was mandated by Odimba, the president, Ali Bongo Odimba. That is why 2017, when Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, was sworn in, I brought Gabonese first president to come and attend Ghana investiture of a certain president. I did that because of my closeness to Gabon. There are countries that we work for. There are countries that take us serious. So any country, if I'm consultant, let's say only consultancy program, and advice. No serious nation, no advanced nation succeeds through only the political policy makers. They all those who are policy advocates and they don't join any party. For your information, German policy advocates, they are not party members, they are not CDU, they are not BA. Listen, they advocate and give to the government or give to the party in power for them to use, and they listen. Ghana does not listen when it comes to part advocacy from a private, because either they woo you and give you a push to shut down and be part of them. That is why you see all over Obi started or accuse you or can cry the party in your car the next day. Near man juicy program. Yaman land cruiser, Yaman bodyguard, Yaman police, Yaman changing accommodation. Papa, to hell with me and Nebi or Theocracy, to hell with you, to hell with me. They don't care. Me, you cannot change me. So any party that seeks advice, I don't know it all, but I can try my best and I do my best. I've given you samples of countries and other places that would give advices.
Right.
I will not work to anybody say, come, let me advise you. But the little in our mind, I'm a Makalanta scholar, so I can help with the Makalanta theory, which I think said certain countries have taken and it's benefited them. I was among.
Where the Omakalanta theory no the best for your baby into your baby. You pa Ebabua. Ye, Miss I will have an pay Mamanda was my jobre, Nanso, Nina, or my hodo, and one may be a research pan, some work came, may be research pa, we in the pocket woe. Yes, you, Yamisha, pa.
Right, so Mr. Nipe Kotieni ayo Ora Farouk Al-Wahab, our international diplomatic consultant, was also a security analyst. No, I didn't say at their trip there yet. Now say now opinion in seminal. Ye D and come out 10 minutes.
You're Farouk Al-Wahab.
Yeah.
I'm say some na wakano. Na Onyankopon sadachi bia said the ya ne ken. Atemu obi wo ho. E na obi gu amanfo atan a African leaders there. Kamese papa nta kontrol boasem mo ma nkasa mame nsho mo chima pa nchem so mo chimi doto chimi nso etamoyam African leaders oh my God, 35 million in terms of human capacity population you 35 million kra ti say kwesi ekwanim kwan number 33 million ho baby na nyame nyansam wadum ye bibia bi gold, diamond, oil, cocoa, rosewood, lithium. Bien. And then so adwom pone lack of proper management inti. Baby ano man no won twetwede. Ti say de ahia yen. Akwakodu point say mpo. Yetu ka se ntosu kura yen ntosu nya de tibokina de na ede. Akwakodu pempen so bokina mo ne ekoto ntosu. Akwakodu pempen so say ayi se Mali ene ekoto jeni sane mo nyina se wotena aka se wuchirema che bibini a buroni a nchemu be yedin enti ewura ewa ha basama wo kan nokre pa se enema yenye ne yie
say Ghana population no as at 2026 here 35.5 to 35.7
yo ekura na sela no 35 wala fancy 40 million kura amanya amaya kasia Nigeria for 200 and something million people Nigeria population and 200 and something million is about 220 million or so and so resources are here and so they are managing videos and Nigeria for Ghana say Ghana heaven the more any idea but the Ukraine say yen de nyamia yen ko nye de biem any idea ewura ewa ha basama
Nigeria for 241 million
yo because I'm 220 million so 241 million so at the largest population in Africa any idea it is animal nyina na say yes atia na ye nema troka me fish anyina kwanso a nemo ewura ewa ha okansem bi say odi animu ko negotiate nema de ma o man na wa anye kapreba anye simpoa mene na nya adwene
obi ansoma
mene na nya anya soma obi akwa ansoma no say eyampa so na ye de so oje no so ne kakrawa so wa anye a the question is that because Bible class oduma ani fatana katua etije beti na akoye adwuma wa bra wonye hoye so what they say na bibi wo dodode bi won chen bi na wo fa ho tafre ya na sesan because won tun kan chem say wo ade a wakosua na wo so didi hu no o ya mama na fi wa bra politician na ono no wote akunya so no wonte so